I just wanted to thank everybody for joining me on last night's Dragon Ball Reset stream. We had a lot of fun on there despite a few hiccups, but I did end up privating it because there were a little bit more spoilers than I really felt comfortable just leaving up there. So if you did make it, that's great. You know a little bit more about the story. If not, it's cool. Dragon Ball Reset Chapter 2 is coming very soon.
Prepare yourself, dancing.
If you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you never miss a video. These are today's hashtag End of Video Squad winners. If you would like to join them, make sure to watch till the very end of this video. Drop your comment with the hashtag End of Video Squad for a chance to be featured in my next video. With the advent of my Paragus video, we've been running on Dragon Ball Super Broly very hard, and it looks like we have more content from the Brolyverse. This is coming from Young GG. The next chapter to Dragon Ball Versus Battle, Broly vs. Broly, is finally out. Now, if you don't remember what happened in the last chapter, Broly ended up going through a portal through space and time accidentally and invading planet Vampa. Other Broly has just said goodbye to Goku, so this is his first fight after facing off against Gogeta. He faces off against this Broly, and unfortunately he finds out that this Broly's power basically mimics his power and gets stronger and stronger the more he fights, the more damage he takes, very much like the Hulk. So he's at a disadvantage, and that is when Cheelai comes in trying to stop the fight, and old Broly ends up shooting her through the chest. So today we have Cheelai's last day with Broly. I feel really bad for Broly at this point because not only did he lose Ba as a friend, he lost Paragus, he basically almost lost his life, and now he's lost Cheelai. So he is predictably about to go berserk, telling old Broly that he is going to kill him, and he starts spazzing out. But Lemmo yells Broly no, and that's when Cheelai gives us her final words to Broly, and she tells him, "You're not a war machine. Don't lose sight of yourself." Lemmo reminds Broly that we're all friends, and Broly's happy to see that. I think he's happy also to see Cheelai talking, even though she got shot through the chest. Cheelai says thank you though, and you can tell that it's pulling Broly back from going berserk. But unfortunately, these are Cheelai's last words. And after thanking Broly, she basically needlessly dies, seeing as how she really didn't need to put herself in harm's way, but she ended up doing that anyway. And once she passes away, Broly loses it, and it looks like he is about to go berserk. Now, normally in a Young GG manga, this would be the point where we'd get a brand new transformation or another level of transformation. Obviously, we don't have another one for Broly, but usually that's the case. This Young GG manga is trying to change things up and make this story a little bit different than the usual concept of one bad guy versus one good guy, back and forth fighting, then back and forth evolutions, and then usually the bad guy ends up winning. But Young GG's taking a completely separate and different approach here. But back to Broly freaking out, Lemmo reminds Broly that, hey, Cheelai would not want this for you. You need to stop it. And Broly is trying to pull himself back, but all he's thinking about is all the pain. Ba getting his ear shot off. The loss of Cheelai is too much for him to bear. He's thinking about all the moments, all the positive moments that he's had with Cheelai. All the cute moments, all the things that he's going to remember for the rest of his life. Remember, he thinks that Cheelai is dead, that there's no bringing her back. He really doesn't know about the Dragon Balls like that, so he thinks she's gone forever. And that's when old Broly cuts in, because I think he was waiting for DBS Broly to explode in anger and go berserk, similar to what he has done. But with Cheelai, that is the only outlier, that is the main outlier. that changes Broly. I've talked about this in several videos. This is what changes Broly from the old Broly. This is the reason that she's in the story, because she is the change that DBS Broly needed for the reboot. And old Broly sees that DBS Broly is not going to go berserk. He is not going to power up. So you know what? If he is not going to power up, I'm going to force you to power up. I'm going to destroy everything. And that's when he explodes in complete and utter Legendary Saiyan rage and goes straight for Lemmo. He attacks Lemmo, and Broly is there just in the nick of time to stop old Broly from killing Lemmo, but he gets hit right in the back. Old Broly is having a lot of fun here, trying to kill Lemmo and probably just destroy Cheelai's body here. And so he grabs DBS Broly by the face and he tells Lemmo he is not going to get away, but DBS Broly won't let him touch Lemmo. And finally he is ready to fight, and the fight is hectic. DBS Broly lands a few hits and pushes old Broly back against the corner again. And the power that is coming from DBS Broly is a power of clarity. He is not berserk, but he is focused on defeating this foe and at least stopping him from hurting his friends. And with the power of righteousness, the power of strength that comes from defending your friends, he is pushing old Broly back. Now, some of you guys may be a little bit confused as to why DBS Broly would have a hard time with old Broly, but as I stated earlier, old Broly has a power, the legendary Super Saiyan power, which is different than the Hikaru power, and he basically matches his strength with Broly's strength after fighting him for a prolonged period of time. All the damage he takes, all the fighting that he does, he is basically evolving as he is going through this combat. DBS Broly goes in for the finishing blow and blasts old Broly, thinking that maybe this is enough. Maybe this is enough to kill him, but old Broly comes back and it looks like he is pushing himself beyond anything that he had before. He's got electricity just wrapping his body. He is covered in it. He looks like a Super Saiyan 2 version of his legendary state, and now he has more power than he had before. And DBS Broly is at a loss, and unfortunately this is the worst case scenario because old Broly has matched, if not surpassed, the strength of DBS Broly right now. And DBS Broly, you saw how powerful he was in the movie. He was fighting a Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. He was beating Super Saiyan Blue level. He is really strong. So now you have a maniacal, evil Broly that has just reached this level of strength. And what is he gonna do? Well, first of all, he's gonna try to take out his doppelganger in DBS Broly, and that's what he does. He attacks him full force. The fighting is vicious, and Lemmo starts thinking about the fact that he's heard of this before. He's heard in the Frieza Force that there was a legend of a legendary Super Saiyan on planet Vegeta, and that is the reason that Frieza destroyed planet Vegeta, because he was afraid of this legend. And that's what Lemmo finally realizes, that this Broly is the legendary Super Saiyan, and that's when reality starts breaking. When you have two fighters fighting each other at the levels of DBS Broly and old Broly, where they're both at the level beyond Super Saiyan Blue, then yes, reality is going to start shifting, and that seems to be what's happening right now. Reality is breaking, two holes open up, and they both suck in both Brolys. And Lemmo realizes that maybe this is his destiny, maybe this is what he was meant to do, and he thinks for himself for a little bit, looks at Cheelai and says, alright, let's go ahead, and he follows DBS Broly through the hole that he went through. Guys, this was a hectic fight. Young Gigi, as I stated earlier, has this method that he uses for almost all his mangas. I've read most of them, and it's this back and forth between two fighters. That's kind of what you saw here with both Brolys going back and forth in power, but it makes a lot of sense seeing as how old Broly is far weaker than DBS Broly at the start. And with this new power-up system where old Broly is gaining power throughout the fight and his power just keeps escalating to match his rivals, it makes more sense for this back and forth to go on. That's why I really like this chapter, I like this manga, because it's not only breaking the mold of what Gigi normally does, but the stuff that young Gigi does do that you see in this manga makes more sense. But anyway guys, if you made it to this point of the video, you are now part of the hashtag End of Video Squad. Thank you guys so much for getting to this point. Make sure you drop your comment with that hashtag for a chance to be given a shout out in my next video. Today I'm going to be responding to Cool Beans 375, Terrible Father, where he was using Broly as a weapon, but then later regretted it once he realized Broly was outmatched, and instead of forming a bond with his son, he'd rather dominate him. That is actually a very good assessment of Broly and Paragus' relationship in that movie. I do think that Paragus still had a lot of fatherly feelings, like he loved Broly to death, but yes, he had a bad relationship with him. So you can love somebody to death but still have a bad relationship with them, and that was definitely a bad relationship where he had him basically acting like an animal, which is obviously not good. Thank you so much for your comment. This is going to be BlackScape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content.